when they came to America. So they didn't bring any, So they came here as citizens, but they didn't have licenses. They oftentimes didn't register their vehicles, because I think that and I don't know, but I think in Puerto Rico, if you knew the neighbor, they didn't tell the police, and you never had an issue like that. Things were run differently in Puerto Rico than they were in New York. But the guys from Puerto Rico who came to New York sort of ran it the same way. They didn't have registrations often on their vehicles, so we called them the Puerto Rican mystery. It was just the way the street spoke. I learned it from others, and I share the story openly and honestly, because they became my best friends. And I love my Puerto Ricans, but in fact, half my family's got Hispanic and Puerto Rican roots in them. But that's how they were, and that's how we were trained as cops. That's a Puerto Rican mystery. So it was good for 4 tickets. So I find this guy, and then I give him 4 tickets, maybe even have to take his vehicle, because it's not registered. And I don't want to do this to this kid, because he's really not a bad kid. He just didn't have the paperwork right. He owned the vehicle, the title was signed to his name. And now he's got a Corvette. It's like a 78 Corvette. This is 1984. I mean, so it's really not an old car, and so it's probably a $15,000 vehicle at the time, and he's got a knot of hundreds in his bag. So I can take his car, or leave him with his car and get a few hundred for myself. So I made a decision, and sure enough, I said, how about a nice lobster lunch for me and my partner? I mean, he didn't want to say, give me cash. I said, a nice lobster lunch would do, and we can let this thing go by. So he put some money on the back seat. I couldn't tell you if it was $200, $500. I know it wasn't $5, or $75. All I know is he put some money on the back seat of my car, and I felt like I won something. I felt like I won a prize. So from that moment forward, I decided, if I don't get in trouble for this, which I didn't, I'm going to just look for small opportunities to enrich myself. And I began to find ways to do it. And at this point, I'm making about $22,000 to $24,000 a year. And my partner's taking these plastic vials with rocks in them and throwing them out. We don't know what they are. And there'd be a tennis ball, a guy would be bouncing the tennis.
Alert. The control point has been captured. Alert. The control point is being contested.
Hello, CJ.
Alert. The control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being contested. Alert. The control point.
Oktoberfest. Okay, so Pineapple, you have my address? I don't have your address, Undead. So wait, you're here?
Yeah, Undead. Pineapple's a good person. He doesn't hate you.
Yeah, I'm not dead. Well, I am. Neat, yeah,
He doesn't
neat.
hate you.
I doesn't hate you. I like you. You're amazing. You're cool. CJ, I'm not mad at you. I'm definitely not mad at you. You're a good kid.
I'm your son.
Very good kid.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't rate up with.
No, wait. Don't
Here's
you?
Joe. He's the opposite.
He's kind of a meanie. Anyways, CJ,
Wow.
what have you been
Andrew's
doing?
good.
CJ?
Yeah, you just on. Did you not see
I did a contract.
CJ, don't leave. You're my champ.
CJ, what have you been doing?
I did a contract and I got
Our control point is being captured.
Why, bro? Luigi,
Uh,
where's Undead? I'm dead. Undead! Yeah, I'm gonna follow Undead. Oh. I'm gonna help Undead, because he's gonna die. CJ, just stay on the server. Undead. Yay. Owie. No, I distracted Undead. That's just embarrassing.
Tears is getting mad at me. Guys, Tears is getting mad at me.
No, he isn't.
It's me, dude, it's me.
Play that. I'd rather you play that water boy. Because I'm about to go hard scout if you play that. Okay. Play it.
Do you love how it's just mages?
Just play it. Just play this song, water boy. I like it.
CJ!
Play the song.
CJ! 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 Do you love how Tears is... Do you love how Tears is getting mad?
Yeah.
He's funny when he gets mad.
Holy shit. Holy shit, Luigi. Luigi.
Ouija, go Ouija, go Ouija.
I can't see. Help me. I can't see. I can't see. Oh, whoa. That was funny. I was blind. Oh, it's the purple. Good boy. I did Ruby rejoin. No.
No!
Waterboy, play the music.
Pineapple, get away from me.
I ain't dead. Monkey Luffy, I know monkey. Hey. You coward. You put them on that kid.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you're dead. I got monkey.
The control
It
point.
still says Tears of Grace is here. Nah, you're blind.
I'm dead!
You
I'm
might
dead!
be specking like a bitch.
I'm dead. I need
I'm dead, sorry. I'm dead. No.
I'm
Don't hurt
dead.
me, I'm dead.
Tears is bullying me. What do I do? Hey, call him a bitch.
No, I know it. This is what you do.
Uh-huh.
You stand up.
You still
You stand up and fuck the fuck out.
Okay, bet.
You did.
Bet. Okay, I'm actually doing this
do
right now.
what I've been doing. Just do what I've been doing. Oh.
This is what I have to
Be
do.
fast,
for-
Scout.
to do it.
Oh.
Thank you so
You know
much.
what? I will. That's kind of smart.
Yep, classic family reunion from
Jonathan?
Alabama.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's right. Excuse me, sir. Are these your children? No. We're not his children.
Virtual.
I'm
Fine
dead.
up there.
Really? Yeah, do that because he said that. Don't do that, sir.
Hey guys, Tears actually
Oh.
said the world's dumbest question. You know
Wait, you're
what he said?
Canadian?
You know what Tears said? He said,
What?
keep up the spammy. He said, keep up the spammy, dude. What do I do? Keep up the spammy.
Undead, are you Canadian? I love Canadian. Wow.
I'm
I said
Canadian.
that. Canadians are cool. Okay, oh,
Yay.
okay, I get it. That's cool. Cool, Funka. There's a mad noob over there. Owie!
Bro just came at me like that.
Shammered! There's a stopper with a microphone and a microphone. Sham. Okay. I just saw him dead. The sniper, the spy. The spy
I need help.
infiltrate that.
I only got the bushwhacker, that's it.
That kid's adopted.
Oh
Water
shit.
boy's adopted. Water boy's kid. That's all we see.
Waddle.
Waddle. He be tripping.
Oh.
Let the enemy know where you are. You are not afraid of him.
Scouts out of spawn.
Oh no.
You shoot.
The control point is being
I was saved by Cypher Bro. Get the hell over here, devil.
Get your big fire ass.
I got one the hell. I was solo help. What the hell?
Get your big fire ass over here.
the control point is being
Ooh.
contested.
You like to volunteer to get your big gold fire ass over here. Who like to get the big old fire ass over here? Who like to grab the big old fire ass over here?
Control point is being contested.
You? You want to drive your big old fire ass over here?
Oh no.
The snipers are something else. No, they're your mommy. Ah! Snipers are something else. Do you have children?
Yeah, I have children.
Alert. Our control point is being
You don't have children.
I have
Because they're your
children.
little kitty.
I have
Kitty
children.
tornado with 46 plus 9.
I have autistic orphans in
57.
my attic.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still a big boy,
Guys,
big boy.
Guys, I want everybody to
Keep
know
it
that I
off
have
because
69 health.
Freaking
I have 69 health. Let's go. 9 health. Oh no. Fuck is going on?
You are true trash, actually. I just noticed. He used to be super good, but now he's just like a fucking tower scapper. He's a bitch.
oh damn.
alert.
Big boy,
Control point is being captured.
got 5 feet out.
Guys,
help
join
me,
the party.
nigga.
Join me. Guys, join my party.
Oh, okay.
Control point is being alert. Our control point is being captured.
I can't join it. Why not? That doesn't mean I can kill someone. I've been looking at the fire there. Get that boy. You're raw meat. Holy shit. I just fucking killed a pelican. Holy shit.
Survive, but
KK fake things. Okay guys, we set the program. That's horrible. KK,
Why are
no,
they all
I
coming after me?
Simple. You get it.
All the animals are coming after me.
All big fat boy, water boy is gone, and all purple boy, big dumb boy
You
fat.
armadillo snot rocket.
Your armadillo not working, you stupid. You just got snogged. Never, if you get snogged, you're not a target. It's weird.
You kidding me? Is that a bomb scout?
oh my god.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
I got a big fat what video.
Captured.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
Holy.
Holy!
I almost.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Dude, this devil is about
I
to
need
kill
those
me.
goosebumps
Guess
every
what? I
time,
fucking
bro.
jumped out of there. He fucking jumped
No,
out
no,
of
no.
there.
Oh. Boy, my ass.
I get out of the gas every time though. I need to hide. Go down to the shack.
What are they all coming after me?
I need to hide. Go down to the shack.
Ooh.
He thought I'd be no way to ride. Put a yaddy. Officer proposed. Look, I'm on your team.
Oh shit.
Alert. The control point is
Good old blue. What was that scout doing? What was he doing?
My danger!
No.
Cállese, gringo de mierda.
Señorita.
Oh, habla español, carajo.
alert. The control point is being contested.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Oh shit.
Alert.
Cállese la coña.
Is being captured.
How am I not dead?
Alert. The control point is being captured. The control point is being contested.
Tiroteo escolar.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Puta madre, we don't speak Spanish.
Kill me.
Kill them all!
Drunk on the battlefield.
Alert. The control point has been captured.
again. Thanks.
Incoming!
point. Our control point is being captured. Alert. The control point is being captured. Our control point is being captured. The control point is being captured. Alert. The control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured.
Ow.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Worth it. Damn it. How did I survive? Oh, that's how I didn't. Yeah, same difference. Mutually assured destruction.
Alert. The control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert. The control point is alert. Our control point is being captured. Alert. Our control point is being captured. Alert. Our control point is being contested.
I played really well.
Control point has been captured. Alert. Our control point is being captured. Alert. The control point has been captured. Alert. The control point is being contested.
Okay, try Armageddon. You know what? What is the people using the short stop in this?
You have autism. Don't use the microphone.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Let's talk
contested. Alert. Our control point has been captured.
just noticed.
The control point has been alert. The control point has been captured.
What? Why? What? Yeah.
control point is being contested. Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert. Our control point is being captured. Alert! The control point is being captured.
says, I love my internet. Favorite thing that I've ever owned. Thank you so much. Praise the Lord for my internet. My internet is so bad.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
I broke it. It's broken again. It's all broken. I'm getting DDoSed.
Tennis ball. See, now people don't know, but you can bounce a tennis ball with a hole in it, especially if it's cut on the seam, and you can still bounce it. So this guy bouncing his tennis ball, and finally I grabbed the tennis ball on this kid one day. I squeezed the tennis ball and it opens up, and there's a bunch of plastic things, tiles, and wood rocks. I'm saying this, we don't know what it is, and so we throw it out. We know it's not legal, whatever. We don't know what it is. No one's told us yet that this is crack cocaine and this is a crime. We know it probably is, but we don't even know where we're going with this. It just hit the street. We don't know. So one day, we find out that it has great value through another observation that we did. Someone took a sewer cover plate off to get the crack vials out that we threw down. We said, if someone's lifting a 400-pound sewer plate to get the crack vials out from this sewer, there must be a lot of value to these things. So the next day, my partner and I find a Marlboro box, or Newport. I think it was Newport, because the ghetto, they prefer Newport. I think so he took a Newport box home filled with crack vials. He come back the next day, he hands me $200-300. What the fuck is this for? He goes, that stuff I brought home last night turns out to be crack cocaine and it's worth a lot of money. I mean, we've been throwing it out for about 2 months now. So, I mean, thousands of dollars worth of stuff we've thrown out. Now, oh, Jesus Christ. This is like an ATM machine. Now we got money in the street every day. We're like, we become essentially a crack dealer. We would take the crack from the crack that we found in the street. My partner would take it home. He'd come back to work and hand me a couple hundred every couple days. So at the end of the week, instead of making the $315 a week I was making with the PD clear, I was making $200 to $300 a day. On every day we hit something. So you're talking, I was doubling, tripling my salary in just one little small score like that. So it became the job for us. Of course, we still did our job. The police work is police work. But when we saw an opportunity to take a little something, we did it. And our life was enriched. I mean, my partner redid his whole home on the street money that we took. You know, and of course, funny story. My partner says to me one day, I need about a month off. I said, for what? He says, to fix my house. He says, I need to, and he takes his hand, and he's holding his hand like this. He says, if I can break this finger, I can still hold the hammer. So I take my flashlight and I smash his hand. He doesn't even know I just go, bang! I smash his finger. He goes, what the fuck? I said, you said you wanted a broken finger. And he puts his hand back up and I hit it again with the flashlight, bang! I go, I think it's broken now. And he's like, holy fuck. I said, listen, I'm sick of you talking about it. It's done. He goes in, he gets an x-ray, it's broken. He takes a month off to heal his finger, and he fixed his house up with the money he'd been making on the side. I went out and worked for him a couple of days. I did a little bit of work around the house for him. And sure enough, he lived out in Mastic at the time, Mastic Beach. So we redid his house in Mastic Beach on the crack money and a broken finger. So it was quite the experience for him, and he saved a lot of money doing it himself. But the point is that we began to look at the job for what we can get from it. When meanwhile, we're public servants. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be there serving the public. Oh, who would have thought that we'd be serving ourselves? So that was the beginning of my career on how I would end up down the road to where I end up. So, but during this process, before I end up in big time with the big kingpin, I'm going home at night to a miserable home life because I'm not focused on it. I had a brand new baby. I'm not honest. I'm hurting myself. My current wife at the time is not happy with my, let's say, performance. I'm not acting like the young man, whatever it was that she knew when I was 17. Hostile, I'm short, not considerate. I have money that I never had, so of course men and money, sometimes they act a little differently. I wasn't respecting my relationship, and I began to become somebody that I didn't like. And I ended up not being able to separate that nasty prick that had to run the street from the loving, caring human being I should be at home. They became sort of the same person. And that's no way to live a life, and it's no way to share a life with somebody. And so my personality begins to get formed by my actions, my survival skills, and my insecurities. They're all meshing into one now. And there comes a point here where I look in the mirror and I go, I don't like that fucking guy. I was ashamed. And that was right around the time that I had moved from Brentwood, Long Island to Port Jeff Station, Long Island. So I'm getting advanced in my career now. But I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, let me back up. It was prior to that I started to feel that way, but it was more poignant to me as I got older, because I decided at some point here that I want to be more than a police officer. Not that it's not an honorable profession, and it is, and I never took it that way. That's why. I wanted to be more than that, because I never gave a police job the respect it deserved. I never felt honored to be a police officer, which I should have. And when I looked in that mirror, I saw a fake, and it was really beginning to bother me. The problem is that my whole life, at that point, from 23 to like say 27, I was a fake, and it became part of who I was, and I couldn't separate myself from it even anymore. And I had a decision to make, and it's sad because I ultimately made the wrong decision. I recognized that I wanted to be a politician. Go figure. I wanted to be a politician. I thought that would be an honorable way to serve my community. I know what communities need, because as a police officer, you see everything from the ground level up. And I grew up a poor white guy, 7 kids. My father was a fireman. What do you think we had? We shared shoes. We swapped them. You grew out of them, I grew into them, So, we had a rough upbringing when it comes to, we didn't have white privilege, but what we had was each other. And I felt, by being this person that I've become, I felt like I wasn't even one of my family. I felt detached from my family. While I was very involved with my family, I felt dirty inside, so I wasn't really one of them anymore. So it was a very lonely feeling. I couldn't be a politician because I was afraid to run now for political. I think I could have won because I have a little charisma. I think I might. I think I could have pulled it off, but I knew that at some point some of the darkness would come out about the things that I had done. Now you're raised to a public level, and people start. You think the most cleanest politicians in the world, you find out the affairs of their life, and they wish they never ran. I think we all know who they are, or who they've been. Go back to Gary Hart, I think his name is, whatever. Go back there, right? That's not too far back. And you probably go further back. But so going back to there, I knew that I would jeopardize my family's position, my parents' position, because their son, some disparaging things might be said about him. So, it's sort of like I was resigned at that point. My shoulders dropped and said, now what? And I actually honestly said, I'm going to have to be a damn good corrupt cop now. Like, that's what I said. Instead of saying, I'm going to straighten my life out and become a straight cop. But let me pause. I did try at one point they tried to kill me at my house one day, a cop. A cop threatened to kill me, and it's a segue story that people don't know about. Some do. Some who've listened to me know about it, but it's a story, and I can get into it briefly. I was transferred to Coney Island from the summer detail. On the summer detail, a guy started yelling, yo, 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 from nowhere, from behind me. And no cop in his right, if he's worth any street credibility, ever turns for a yo, 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 man. So, but as the guys, I can feel his breath and his footsteps getting closer and closer. I glanced back, and there's a big black guy, jacked, gold chains hanging around his neck. I figured I was a local drug dealer, yo-yoing me. I'm glad I didn't turn. Turned out he was a New York City cop. And long story short, and I'll cut to the chase in this because it's very involved. he ends up putting a complaint in against me, a civilian complaint. Are you fucking kidding me? Cops don't make complaints against other cops. So after he makes his complaint against me, 2 weeks later, you won't believe this story, he's out by my house in a crack den. On Long Island, Brentwood, Long Island, Route 111, right by the train station on Route 111 Long Island. I like to give location, it gives people a little reference. And above the dry cleaner, there was a crack house in 1986. And he was going in. So, full disclosure, I called Internal Affairs on him. The guy just put a complaint in against me. I don't need to be loyal to this guy. You know, you're loyal to those that are loyal to you. I think everybody in the world would understand that. So, I actually wasn't going to call Internal Affairs, but my neighbor, who was a detective in the 102 precinct, said, you got it. He said, you know, here's a guy selling. Now, here I am, just got finished. I stopped selling the crack that was stealing from the street. And now I'm about to report a guy. It's killing me. So that's part of that twisted guy I was looking at in the mirror. It's killing me that I'm doing this. But I justified it because he put a complaint in against me. He tried to have me fired. So, yeah, that's what you get from me. I'm being honest. That's what you get from me. You're going to get me fired, I'm going to fuck you any way I can too. So, P.S., I dropped the dime on him, and lo and behold, Internal Affairs in New York City, like any other leaky faucet, all of a sudden, within weeks, I'm getting death threats at my house. Turns out it was him. And one day, I'm on the phone. He wouldn't speak. He called me up and just hang up after about 15 minutes every day for months. It was about 2 months. Finally, I get him to talk. I go, why don't you just come and hear me do it? And he goes, how about I put a fucking bullet in your head right now, he says to me. As I'm on the phone at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, I just got in from my, I'm doing 6 to 2 to Coney Island. How about I put a bullet in your fucking head right now through the window that you're standing in front of? Oh, fuck! I look to my left, I'm standing in front of a window with the phone in my hand. So I just hit the ground. I mean, what would you do? I hit the ground. I said, damn, I can do a better job vacuuming this stuff. Because the sand and the rug I can feel. Like, holy fuck. I'm crawling across the rug, trying to get behind the wall. My wife's in the other room screaming, what's going on? I'm going, shut the fuck up. I'm yelling at her. She's not the problem because she's yelling. He's on the phone laughing. Ha, ha, ha. I've been fucking your wife for months. He's telling me all the stories. I'm like, what? She's like, who's fucking me for months? I'm like, just let him talk, please. I'm trying to figure out who he is. Sure enough, I figured out who he was. I called the PD. The PD says, we'll put extra patrols. Good luck, you know? Because they didn't care. The PD, to be fair, New York City Police Department called Suffolk County where I was living. And they said, can you put a portable radio in the house and being threatened? They didn't know it was a cop threatening me, but they knew it was being threatened. Suffolk County says, we'll give them extra patrols. Yeah, so instead of driving by once a day, they drove by twice a day. You know? Yeah, and this is 24 hours in a day, but they drove by twice a day now. Anyway, so I lived under this is back in like 86, 87. I lived under this dichotomy, if you want to call it. It was a very odd way to live, you know? I was a cop. I was a good cop. I became a bad cop. I wanted to become a good cop. The cops didn't like me because now they're not sure why I'm becoming a good cop. The other guy threatens to kill me. I'm like, this is not what I bargained for. I'm looking in the mirror at a guy that's dirty. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I got a young child. I want to be a dad to this boy. You know? And I have a woman there who's, you know, doing her best to stand by me. And I'm a piece of shit. Done bad. I haven't paid for it. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. No one's letting me become the good cop, Mike, anymore. They'd rather me be the bad cop, Mike, because that's what they're used to. Cops are running out of the job because the 7-7 precinct's getting locked up. 13 of them get arrested. They're all looking at all the other cops around. The whole Brooklyn North is under suspicion, and we're the target right now. The 7-5 is the main gig they're looking at. So now I'm sitting here saying, I want to leave. I want to become a politician. I can't. My name is dirty. Life for me was one big, intense, I mean, I hate the word dichotomy again, but it was one big, tense ball of rubber bands just waiting to snap. And
Alert. The control
I
point is
ended
being
up-
captured.
I ended up being pursued by a lieutenant. And I was plotting on how I was going to kill him. I was plotting on how I was going to kill this lieutenant who was pursuing me. Because now I made an arrangement with the local drug kingpins to get $8,000 a week. It was less stressful because I wasn't robbing local street dealers anymore. I had a high-level kingpin giving me $8,000 a week. It was much calmer. My life was way calmer. So, and then of course at this point I'm starting to enjoy cocaine. So I'm getting $8,000 a week, splitting it with my partner, who deserved none of it, just for the record. And I'm getting my fill of cocaine, and I'm either selling it or using it, mostly selling it. But you know, I do a half a gram a day, every day, for years. So I had that going on. So my life was, so like I said, I made that decision at some point, I'm all in. So then I end up with the Corvette. I drive a brand new red Corvette to the 75 precinct and park it in one place. Because he's pissing me off, right? He's after me, now what? If you're after me, and I put a brand new Vet in your spot with a $38,000 price sticker on the window, and I'm making $27,500 at this point, you think you could catch me? And if you can't catch me, guess what? It's on. And I'll tell you the truth, from that moment that they didn't pull me in, I'm like, I'm golden. I can do what I want. And that's how the mind works. The mind doesn't say, okay, sir, you've gotten away with it. It's time to go lay it down. Maybe that's the insecurity in me, from being a little guy. When I should have been a bigger man physically. But now I'm a big guy, powerful guy, with money. I'm like, fuck the world. It was almost like my revenge came out. And rather than being intelligent and intellectual about it, saying, okay, it's time to turn on a new leaf, which I attempted. Didn't work for me. Didn't work for me. So I went back to being a little bit of a crazy motherfucker. In fact, I became emboldened by it. So when they came after me, instead of quitting the police department, I went off to a rehab center. I went off to a rehab center 3 times. They called it, in the PD, they called it the farm. I went off to the farm. So, you know, basically it is a farm. You go to this house in the mountains and you go up there and you dry out, you straighten your life out, you get your head back together, you come back and you rejoin the team fresh. But not me, because no one would accept me straight. They wanted to corrupt my out because as a state police officer, that meant I was working for the man. And they didn't, no one wants a guy working for internal affairs. In fact, the irony of this whole story is that the story about the cop that, no one knows this, but I do. The cop that threatened to kill me, that story became who I was to the other police officers. The guy who contacted internal affairs. No one wanted to work with me. So here's a guy, me, who's one of the most corrupt police officers in the street. I drop a dime on a guy who's trying to get me fired because I didn't answer to his yo. I drop a dime on him selling crack, which is really a good police officer, right? Think about it. A good police officer drops a dime on someone selling crack. Now I'm a bad police officer because I dropped a dime on some guy selling crack. Okay, so I was selling crack, I was a bad cop. I dropped a dime on a cop selling crack, I'm a bad cop. When am I a good cop? So I embraced the whole fucking bad end of it. And I became more creative. I ended up doing 2 years in this rehab center, they call it the farm. I come out of that like more aware. And so now I go to another precinct called the 94th precinct. So I leave the 7-5. I do the 2-year stint on the land. They call it the farm. No guns. They call it the rubber gun squad. For those of you listening, I was in the rubber gun squad for 2 years, and I'm like, this is great. I don't want my gun back. I'll go out this way. You know? No, not the NYPD. They call me in one day and they go, okay, it's been 2 years. I go, and? Can I get my pension, like a disability pension, because I'm crazy, and leave? No. We're going to give you your guns back. And you're going back on the street as a patrolman, and you're going to go, but we're going to shift you to the 94th precinct, which is a slower precinct. Of course, I find all the action. In the slow precinct. I become the most corrupt police officer ever to be in the 94th precinct now instead. I end up doing racketeering things with organized crime. I end up making money in the auto industry. I end up making false police reports out for people in the auto industry. I end up chasing cars. So every car accident that took place. Now, cops don't like paperwork. I think anyone would probably know that. Anybody knows a cop. We hate paperwork. I would pursue paperwork now because that paperwork was going to get me anywhere between $500 and $1,000 just to make the report out and benefit to my tow truck guy. So I ended up turning that into a money machine. So this guy said to me, Dad, why don't you resign? I go, resign? I'm making $2,000 to $3,000 a week plus my salary now. I mean, I found ways to make money, and I mean it's humorous. And it's embarrassing at the same time. I hope you understand that. I tell these stories with the same vigor in which I approached what I did, but the reality is I was a scumbag. What I was doing was scumbag-ish. You know, people might even not fault me for wanting to make a few extra dollars, but the way I approached it was about me. It was never about what I was hired to be. Police officer, to serving the public. I turned it very early on to serving me. And I had that approach throughout, and it's selfish. And in that selfishness, I ended up losing myself. The guy that was building wheelbarrows at 15 years old and selling them to the neighbors as a planter. When it was 15, I paid $5 for that wheel that they put on that little wheel cart that you see out in front of people's homes. I paid $5 for that. I took the wood from crates that were skids that you would put boxes on top of. I took the crate wood and I molded them and I cut them and I put them together and I sold wheelbarrows to my neighbors. That's the guy I was. Creative a little bit, a little handy, trying to have some fun, and now I'm involved with kingpins, shaking them down, taking payoffs. And eventually, the end would come. So now I'm in the 94th precinct, and I've turned a career from the involved with drug operations to in the 94th precinct. I got involved with organized crime figures, and I turned the auto industry into a way of making money, and it was less. I was less involved with the street level activity then, because now I'm just dealing with the organized crime figure who runs an auto body repair shop. But part of me couldn't stay away from the drugs. Mind you, at this point, I've developed a significant drug organization on Long Island. Okay? And by that I mean significant. It was a well-funded. It was not large, but it was a steady flow. It was anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 a week of steady income coming in my direction from the 4 or 5 outlets that I provided cocaine to on Long Island. I mean, I'm entrepreneurial, right? I figured these are gentlemen that I know that go to the local bars that I would go to, and in those local bars, there's always someone selling cocaine, so it might as well be my cocaine. I mean, if you're gonna sell cocaine, I'm gonna bring in 96% pure cocaine, and you're gonna do whatever you do to it, but you know you're getting the best when I show up. So I give my guys the best cocaine in America at the time, mostly pink Peruvian, which was incredible cocaine. If you liked cocaine, I don't know if you did or you didn't, but some of us have dabbled, and that was always the best. It tastes like bazooka bubble gum. It was so smooth. That's what in fact, that was one of the nicknames for it, was bazooka. But that being said, so I provided a good quality cocaine to my local guys. One guy owned a liquor store. I mean, these were businessmen. One guy owned a liquor store. One guy was a trucker. Another guy was he was Bozo the Clown at parties. That was one of his jobs that he did. And the other guy was an electrician. So all these guys were established in their own little fields, and they had a network of people, adults, that they dealt with. You know, I love that story when they say you're poisoning the children. Your drugs are going to the children in our schools. Well, I'm not going to say that my drugs did or didn't. I know, but from what I know, that wasn't what happened with it. So I'm trying to save the little bit of soul I have left from the depredation that I provided to the world through my own immoral activities. That being said, if you're getting a half a gram in the back of a bar on a Friday night, you're not the child that's getting cocaine, okay? Can we all be honest with that and come to terms that everybody that sold drugs in their lifetime didn't sell it to a kid in high school, all right? I mean, at least that's my approach. I live with it every day. So in the 94th precinct, I become the guy that no one wants to work with because now I've survived numerous investigations. I've been dumped from one precinct to another, and I end up involved with the guy that was arrested for murder. So here I am. I'm the most corrupt police officer on the job at this point. I'm known as it. They don't know why I even have a badge and a gun, but I do. In fact, the commander, precinct commander, called me in the day I got there and said, "I'll lock you up myself if you do anything illegal here." He said, "I have friends in internal affairs who told me all about you." And I'm looking at this guy like, why do I have a fucking job then? I mean, really, think about it. Why do I have a job? You gave me my gun and badge back, a shield. You gave me my gun and shield back. I was happy in the Whitestone Pound, pushing cars, invoicing vehicles. I really don't want this job like this. You let us retire me, because, that's the options they had. So they didn't want to retire me, so they gave me my gun and my badge back, and they let me loose in the street. But we're watching you. You can only watch me so well, let me tell you. I'm a little slick. So I made my moves, and I think I spoke about this earlier in this interview here, that I decided if they're not going to stop me, I can't stop myself, because no one would accept me as a good cop. They wanted me to be that edgy rogue guy. So I justified my actions from there forward, and I got involved with a local Colombian in the 9-4. Of course, there wasn't a big drug spot in 9-4, but it had significant cocaine. It was the 80s, in the early 90s. So I knew the Colombian drug dealer in the neighborhood. Of course, I found him, and I got kilos from him. And so I'll fast forward to the day. So Rodney King verdict comes out. And LA, which we happen to be in LA right now, probably close to where this whole thing broke. LA verdict comes out, the cops aren't there, and LA goes on fire. The riots are on, right? And so that was May 5th or 6th. May 6th, I get a call. Report back to the precinct. I look at my partner, he looks at me. You don't often get a 10-2. It's called a 10-2. And it's actually become famous. Since I've coined this, it's become, you don't want to get a 10-2. That's become a thing in the NYPD. You don't want to get that 10-2. So I said, how about I call? They go, no, 10-2. So 10-1 or 10-2. I said, how about a 10-1? They go, no, 10-2. I didn't like the way they answered that question. So I look at my partner, I said, did we do anything wrong today? Because that's the first thing you think. Why would they 10-2 you?